Good morning and welcome to Homepage, a public affairs feature of 93.7 K Country and Wind FM 95.5, 92.5, and 107.9. I'm Bob Moody, and my guest this morning is Kelsey Mears, and she is Assistant Director of the Marion County Parks and Recreations. Welcome to the program, Kelsey.
Good morning, Bob. How are you?
I am doing great. We have a lot to talk about. And first of all, Parks and Recreations for Marion County. Let's do a little, what is it about, what you do for the community. We got all kinds of questions that we could go into, but just give us some insight of the Parks and Recreation Department.
Okay, so Marion County Parks and Recreation, we are your hometown Parks and Rec department. We have parks all over Marion County. Our largest park is actually Bellevue Sportsplex, and then it would be probably our Rotary Sportsplex, where we host several of our baseball tournaments, travel teams there, and along with Shocker Park, which is our softball complex. Both of those sportsplexes this year alone hosted 16 tournaments.
This ballpark, you said one was in Bellevue?
One is Bellevue Sportsplex, and then Rotary is just off of Mary Camp and Baseline, and then you also have Shocker Park. We kind of call those our brother-sister parks because one is focused on baseball while the other one's focused on softball. And the Shocker Park this year alone has hosted probably 14 tournaments by themselves, which is huge, whereas in previous years, we've only hosted maybe 2 tournaments. So as we continue to increase our ball fields and make them better, we're getting people from the outside that want to keep hosting tournaments here in Marion County because of how well kept our fields are.
And this last park, the softball park, is it located in Bellevue also?
It is not. It's just off of Baseline, too.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you have anything to do with organizing the baseball tournaments or with the teams themselves?
We do not organize the tournaments themselves, but we do prep fields. We get the fields turned because usually between each game, the fields have to be completely redone. They want them to look fresh and vibrant, as if every person who steps on the field is stepping onto a new field. That's something that we've really set the standard and have several different referees and other people that are in the sports community who have just given us total kudos on is how well kept our fields are.
Do you manage any of the local teams?
We do not. They are all run by their own leagues. We go into non-exclusive fee agreements with the leagues. So we make sure we maintain fields and all that while they actually run the leagues.
I see. Continue on with more of the parks that are here in Marion County.
One of our jewels in our park system is KP Hole, which is where everybody comes to Denellen to go tubing. And for generations, it's been the hot spot, and it continues to be such.
Where's KP Hole located?
It's located in Denellen, Florida.
Is that on Rainbow River?
It is on the Rainbow River. It is.
Okay.
So
how would they be able to find that?
They can also go to our website at marioncountyparks.org. You can find us by calling us at the office, 352-671-8560, and we can make sure we get you any information you'd like. We are always, it's open year-round. Our tubing operation goes down in the wintertime. The water gets a little cold. It's 72 degrees year-round, so a lot of people don't like to swim when it's cold. But in the summer months, we are rocking and rolling, and you'll see yellow tubes going down the Rainbow River every day.
I have canoed down the Rainbow River. That was a blast. Does the Parks and Recreations Department manage any part of that, or just the KP Hole?
Just the KP Hole, and then we also work with the city of Denellen for the Tubers exit, which is of Blue Run. So we also manage that site too. We work with the city of Denellen for that. We actually have restrooms that we will be adding this upcoming year. We're super excited about that because everybody, that's one of the things that they need. And right there at Blue Run is also just off the trail. So for the Heart of Florida Loop. So there'll be people coming off the trail using these restrooms. Also with everybody who's coming off of the river, they'll be using these restrooms.
Okay. What does it cost to go into the KP hole, tube down the Rainbow River?
We have different levels. If you are bringing your own tube, then it's $10 a person. If you're wanting to rent a tube and have your wristband so you can have somebody bring you back, we have different concessionaires that have the buses that will bring you back to KP. That's $23 for a round trip. So it's very affordable. It's 4 hours on the beautiful river, and you can see the otters and ducks and the wildlife that's here in Marion County.
At $23, is that per person?
That is per person. Again, that's if you have the round trip. So you're getting a tube. You're also getting the concession ride back to KP to your car.
Right.
So a lot of families will send one person back to get the family vehicle and pick them up, or they all just want to go back together.
And other parks?
We have several parks. We have one just actually around the corner from here called Cohedjo Park. That is an absolute one of my favorite parks because it's very unique. All of our other parks are very out in the open, where this one is a nature-themed park. And even the playground equipment that's there is not like anywhere else. We have natural wood for our playgrounds, and it is all a very environmental friendly park. You're not going to see curbs there. You're not going to see a lot of concrete. It's a natural play area. It's absolutely beautiful. We added to the playground this past year and did a ribbon ceremony for that cutting, and just to highlight that park. So if you haven't been by in a while, please stop by. We also added 8 pickleball courts, which pickleball is a huge booming sport right now. We actually hosted our first tournament there this past spring, and we had about 50 different teams from all over Florida come and play in this tournament. And they were astounded at how wonderful these courts were and how well that tournament went.
Very interesting. You know, that we talked before we started the program about pickleball, and I had never heard of pickleball until, I would say probably a couple of months ago. I heard someone talking about pickleball, and I was like, what is that? And then I found out, I'm really out of the loop on that one, that it's been around for quite some time, and a tremendous amount of people are involved in the playing this game.
They are. They're very passionate too. And they are always eager to teach somebody this game because they want to keep spreading pickleball. But pickleball is one of the fastest growing sports in America. We're real close to the villages, and they keep adding new courts. We're adding 2 courts. We just added this past year at Salt Springs. We have pickleball courts there too. So those are the 2 only public courts in Marion County. So anybody can go and play at any time.
Answered my next question. How many other courts do you have here in
We just
Marion
have the
County?
2 as of right now. We have a few tennis courts that do have the painted lines if you'd like to go at Bellevue and a few other of our parks. But the only ones that are designated pickleball courts are at Salt Springs Civic Park and Cohedjo Park here in Ocala.
Do most of your parks have restrooms, all the facilities, to accommodate?
Most of all of our parks do. We just have a few parks where they're more conservation areas and they do not have a bathroom, but about 99% of our parks do. We just have 1 or 2 little small pocket parks that we just have for trails.
Do you have any parks that are connected to lake, river, like a boat ramp?
Yes, we have several, especially off of Lake Weir. So we have Kearney Island Conservation. So we have which we have Little Lake Weir there too. So that's our swim beach area on top of at Kearney Island, which we have a beautiful boat ramp. And I can say that because I go to a lot of boat ramps. And we have hands down the nicest boat ramp in the area because I go to Crystal River a lot and we always have to squeeze in and hurry in. We have these 8 lanes. It makes things so much nicer. We have
8 lanes.
8 lanes.
Wow.
We are like the highway for the boat ramps. But it's really nice. And then we also have Hampton Beach, where again, it's water access for the public. We also have, if you're not known, is Kiwanis Beach. So we do that as a private rental. So if you have an event, birthday party, family reunion, and you want to have lake access and it be private, that happens to be a beautiful spot. We actually redid that facility about a year and a half ago, and it is gorgeous. I mean, it is. We have a lot of weddings out there right now, so it's been really nice.
And this is, what is it called?
Kiwanis Beach, and it's on Lake Weir.
On Lake Weir. Is it
It's
south?
kind of right around the corner from Eaton's Beach.
What a variety of parks that you do have.
We do. We are very blessed to be here in Marion County and have all the different things that we have here. We have so much variety. We have Horseshoe Lake up in the north where, again, you can rent a cabin and spend the weekend with your family on the lake. And it's a non-motorized lake, so it's quiet, it's peaceful. You want to have a family reunion. It's gorgeous out there. It's very, very peaceful and tranquil.
Now, this is the cabins?
Uh-huh.
And you maintain those cabins?
Yes, we do.
Is it RV?
No,
type
it's not
thing?
RV. No, but they are. You have to bring your own bedding. We have beds and stuff like that, but you must provide your own sheets and any of like your utensils, stuff like that. A lot of people just want to get away for a few days, and it's a great place that's here in Marion County, but it's kind of far enough out of the city that if you just want to take a good little jaunt down the road and kind of unwind, it's a perfect place for that. It has a swim beach area. It's open to the public all during the day. There's a playground there. There's hiking trails. There's lots of bass fishing going on in that lake.
Ooh.
There is no boat ramp at Horseshoe
Okay.
because it's a non-motorized
it's a
lake.
non-motorized.
So you could
That's
bring,
right.
you could bring your paddle boards, your kayaks.
I see.
And we actually have canoes and kayaks that if you don't want to bring your own, that you can rent them for the day. So our canoes are $5 for the whole day to rent them, and our kayaks are the same.
I'm sure someone would probably ask, can they use an electric motor?
They are allowed to use a trolling motor.
Yes.
And we have a few boats that we rent out that have trolling motors on them, and that's about as much motor as you're allowed to have. So you're allowed to have up to like 3 miles an hour.
And the name of this is called
Horseshoe Lake
Horseshoe Lake.
and Retreat.
And where?
And Retreat.
And Retreat. And you said that's in the north part of Marion County?
Yes, it is.
What other parks do you have? It sounds like it's just
And
huge list.
when I say diverse, we are very diverse because we also have the Marion County Airport that is under us, which is in Denellen, and it's a recreational airport. It is really cool that we have our own little airport pocket out in Denellen that a lot of people always think of the city of Ocala's airport, but we also
Yeah.
have another airport, which
Yes.
is Marion County Airport. And we have our manager who works out there. His name is Mike Grawl. He's comes from the Air Force, and he is always excited for anybody that would like to learn about the airport. He will take them on tours and give them all the insight that he has. We're very proud of that.
That is so interesting that Parks and Recreation is responsible for an airport. I just find that interesting that you would be in charge of that.
Yes. We find it to be a very good marrying of the two because, again, it's recreational flying. It's a lot of props, not so many jets, which is a little bit more flashier, and they usually go into Ocala. But as far as your normal, regular flyers, they're flying props.
Parks and Recreation. Let's get into some recreation that you surely are in charge of.
Yes.
Some things that you have planned throughout the year. We have an event coming up. We'll talk about that in just a moment. But what are some of the things that you do throughout the year?
We are extremely busy throughout the year, and we do that to offer as many programs as we can to all of the Marion County citizens. We have programs for youth, we have programs for adults, and for seniors. So for our youth programs, we have a youth basketball that we run in Reddick. We have homeschool PE, art, science, leadership program. We have these programs every Wednesday at our Brick City Adventure Park. We also run summer camps. In the summer, we have a spring break camp, winter break camp. Last year alone, we had over 120 kids in our summer camps. And we offer unique camps instead of just a regular kind of babysitting camp. Every day, these kids are going on field trips and adventures and learning. We have a fishing camp. We do 1 week of freshwater fishing, and we do 1 week of saltwater fishing.
Wow.
So it's really fun for the kids. They get to experience, they learn everything there is to know to be a good fisherman from Florida.
Now, these are summer programs?
These are our summer programs. And then during the fall, we have the homeschool programs. And then we also have our archery programs. We offer Archery 101 and 102. So if anybody who's interested in learning about archery, we supply everything that you would need. So you don't even have to go out and buy anything. And we teach you how to shoot. So we have those programs. We also do a lot of kayak programs. We have our Kayak 101. So if you've never been kayaking before and you want to learn, we have a program for that. We have our frequent paddler club. So anybody who comes to our programs and they do at least 5 of our programs, your sixth one is free. And we go all over Central Florida with our kayak trips. So it kind of gives everybody a great experience. We also do a moonlight paddle, which we have to really schedule that one each month. And it's really fun because we have just the moonlight. This one we do on Rainbow River because that way you can clearly see to the bottom, and you would really be excited to see what is out at night, what you're not getting to see during the day.
Yes, absolutely.
Then you don't have to also worry about tubers and other people on the river. It's very peaceful, and it's a great time.
Okay, 2 questions come to mind. I hope I can remember the second one.
Okay.
The first one, you were talking about lessons for kayak. When you rent the kayak at any one of your water parks where they're going to use it to go out into the lake or to the river, do you require them to have any kind of training on that kayak?
We do not, but we do have mandated rules down by the state that they have to wear a life vest at all times. Kayaking is a great sport to get into because it doesn't take much to learn. You're basic. But if you want to kind of build on those skills, then our program would be really great for you. So if you've kind of done it before, a lot of people have, they've paddled up and down the river, but you haven't learned how to, if you flipped over, what to do, how to get back in your kayak, how to properly paddle so you're not wearing yourself out. That's kind of what this program does. It really gives you a great understanding of what you should know before you go on the river.
We want to talk about an event that's coming up. I believe that's in about 2 weeks, week and a half. It's on the...
I'm almost there, yeah. About almost a little less than 3 weeks, correct, on the 12th of October.
It's on the 12th of October? Okay.
Yes.
Tell us about it. It's called Brick City Carnival.
Yes, this is our second annual Brick City Carnival. So this is hosted and put on by our Friends of Marion County Parks and Recreation Foundation. So that is our nonprofit organization that works with our department. This event last year was really exciting to be a part of, and I'm really glad I got a chance to because we were expecting about 1,000 people to show up, and we had about 7,000. It is a wonderful community event, and I say that because that's exactly what it is. It is an event for kids and about kids. It's a safe trick-or-treat. It keeps the kids off the street. We do it at the Brick City Adventure Park right there on the track. We have about 79 different booths and vendors that are at this event. Everything is free to the community except for the food. You do have to pay for your own food. And it's all carnival themed. So every single booth has a game the kids can play. There's so much candy. so much candy. we have really great sponsors and partnerships. We work with Russell Stovers for our chocolate. We also have sponsors who help pay for all the other types of candy for the kids. And we have a huge hay maze in the middle of the football field that the kids get to run around. There's different activities for them to do the entire time. We have a stilt walker this year who will be walking around making balloon animals. We have a all-in-one circus. So the kids actually get to try different things from juggling to balancing plates on sticks. There's about 60 different activities that they get to participate in. We have a costume contest with amazing prizes for the kids, lots of gift cards and different things like that for them to enjoy. We also have live entertainment with dance groups, the Marching Majorettes from here in Ocala. We have a 50-50 raffle that if you'd like to be a part of. We also have a silent auction that's more for the adults that has lots of sports memorabilia. We have gift baskets from local businesses. It takes an army to put this on because there's so many people involved.
Sounds like it.
All the booths are mainly run by your high school students because they're getting volunteer hours. And then this is their way of these older kids giving back to the younger kids. So we give them that opportunity to get these volunteer hours that they're desperate for, that every club at the school now requires. And if they're going for scholarships, this gives them a fun activity to do instead of just picking up trash on the side of the road, which is very needed too. But it's a great event. I'm really proud to be a part of this event.
Now, this is the second?
This is our second year. Yes, sir.
What is your anticipated crowd this time?
I'm hoping that we're under 10,000. No, I hope that we reach where we were last year and exceed it. I don't have an exact number, but I know that we have enough candy to handle anything that's coming our way. We have an entire room filled with candy to the walls and roof. That is no lie.
Where is the Brick City Park where this is happening? Where's that located?
Okay, it's right behind Cornerstone School. It's also where St. John's plays football there.
That address?
It's 1211 Southeast 22nd Road, Ocala, Florida.
Okay, so you can, if you can't find it, you can certainly Google map it.
You can definitely Google map it. We also have a Facebook event page for it.
There you go.
You could also go on to our website. There's a lot of information about it. There's a lot of people within our community that help put this on. They see the value of having this type of family-friendly, fun activities. I was just impressed with how many dads were out on the football field throwing a ball with their son. It's not these jumping the bounce houses and all this extra stuff. It's really a family event. And it just kind of brings you back to playing skee ball and having fun with your parents.
With the Brick City Carnival going on, I see that now. Free admission, but you said earlier that I guess there'll be food trucks there or some type of booths with food.
Yes, there's several food trucks that will be there. And again, everything is carnival themed. So you're going to be able to get your cotton candy, your funnel cakes. Westport High School actually does the funnel cakes. We have popcorn, hot dogs, hamburgers, different food vendors. There's a lot of walking food because, again, this is on the track and it keeps people moving and seeing everything. We have the new Ocala axe throwing facility is going to be there, and they will have a station set up for you to try out axe throwing. So we have the animal services from Marion County will be there. So if you'd like to adopt a pet, they will have some animals there.
Oh, no, I can't go. What time does this start?
This starts at 5 o'clock and it goes till 8 o'clock.
On October the 12th.
On October the 12th.
And again, how would someone, several ways that they can contact you or get information about this. One is on Facebook. And what would they put in for Facebook to find you?
Okay, they could look up Marion County Parks and Recreation, and they'll see our event page that we have for this event. We also have our Marion County Parks website, which is marioncountyparks.org. Then you could also call our office, 352-671-8560.
One more time on that phone.
352-671-8560.
Okay. So we're looking for a great event. We're looking for a fun time for all of the family. So what else does mom and dad have that they can do? I mean, they're going to be probably chasing around the kids, or either let them go, that's yours to do. And you said mom and dads could participate in the silent auction, and I'm sure some other activities.
Yeah, mom and dad can play just as much as the kids. And we do encourage that because we want to make sure that the parents are just as involved. There's different photo ops that they can do with the kids. We have little face cutouts and different circus themed that make it fun to take pictures. We have a lot of vendors that have stuff that's more for the adults, but yet they make sure they have a kid aspect at each one. Volkswagen of Ocala will be there, and they are one of our premier sponsors. So they have a few cars there. They'll be giving out balloons to the kids and other fun stuff for them to do.
What an event. Wow. And this must take months to put together.
It takes a little bit of time. It usually takes us around 3 months to finalize everything.
With just the first year under your belt, do you have a lot of vendors coming from out of town?
Not so much out of town. We really focused on Marion County and our businesses that we have here. And that was kind of one of the goals that we set, that we would really focus here on our hometown businesses. With our sponsors that we have for this event, after we pay for the candy, because we provide all of the candy for every booth that's out there.
Yes.
So we make sure that the candy's safe. We know where it came from. The rest of the money goes towards our sponsorship program that we work with the Marion County Parks and Rec with to sponsor kids into youth programs over the summer. Last year, we were able to spend about $5,000 to send kids who could not afford it to go to summer camp. So this year, we've actually raised the bar, and I think we're looking at a higher number, which was our real goal. At the end of the day, this is an event for kids and about kids.
So you have actually events, recreation going on year-round. Being in Florida, we have a few cool days, and the rest of the time it's not too bad, even during the winter. But you have a lot going on. So we're going to have to get you back into the studio for Homepage again, because I know there's some other events coming up a little bit later on.
We do.
Around Christmas time, do you have anything happening?
Christmas time, not so much, but we have something interesting coming up in January, and I'm going to leave it at that.
Okay, there it is, the teaser. So stay connected to Homepage. Kelsey, thank you for being with us on Homepage. We really appreciate you taking out your time to be with us.
Thank you, Bob.
Homepage is presented as a public affairs feature of 93.7 K Country and Wind FM 95.5, 92.5, and 107.9. We welcome your comments. Please email me. Our email address is homepage@ncfmgroup.com. That's homepage@ncfmgroup.com. You can listen to Homepage by going to our websites, 937kcountry.com or windfm.com. I'm Bob Moody, hoping you will join us next Sunday for another edition of Homepage.